How's she going, my son? And welcome back to Minecraft. Now, you're going to notice something pretty different about my setup. I moved. That spawn, the surf shack, yeah, not exactly the best place to set up shop. It's still there, though, as a testament to my opening night. Quick thing for sand is a shovel, yes. Now, for the moment, I have those sand blocks blocking off my doors at night. I've got a decent amount of food. I've got some kind of setup. I need to fill in this lake, though, because, you know, as you can see, the monsters can stay in there during the day and be annoying. Put some more torches around. Spawns in this are dictated by light levels, so it's always good to have a positive light level so that only the neutral critters spawn. You may also notice my house has a tan line. She's a bit mismatched again, and apologies while I pause for a moment to grab my timer. One of these days. One of these days. Boop. 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 Okay. So, we've got the super basic setup. We have our cardboard box to live in, and we have, like, what would be really considered the first level of tools in this game. Because the wood tools, God love them, they're not very good at what they do. So what do we do from here? Well, what you do in any Minecraft game, or any Minecraft-like game, you start mining. You start finding stuff. Now, I need to find a decent spot to do it, and I'm trying to not to catch that skeleton's attention, because he's going to fill me with arrows. Although I could stand to grab some more foodstuffs, though. So we haven't gotten a farm going yet. And, well, honestly, meat's better at being food in this anyway. And in a universe with endlessly respawning creatures to eat, farming is not terribly useful. Although we seem to have killed 2 birds with 1 stone. Yay. And, found a decent place to mine. Well, sort of. Oh, hell yeah. Did we ever. That's iron. Neat. That's more than enough for an iron pick, too, actually. Good times. Get some actual coal going, too. I had to use charcoal for cooking some stuff I had. Because I actually did, like it's pretty obvious, I've done some off-camera work. Nothing too major, just moved the base of operations across the river, pretty much. So that we're not getting kind of buggered by everything under the sun. And so that we can have our spawn away from the jungle so we don't keep spawning in there and nearly getting lost, which happened to me off camera just a moment ago. Because that was unfortunate. Loads of coal. You never have enough of it, but you can never stop finding it, which is relevant. Now, if this world had a finite size, you could actually run out. But I'd still think it would be freaking ages. I mean, I'm not going to even run through the amount I've got here for a while, sure. Although, I don't know. We will have to see. It's poopy. Sorry, it's poopy down here. Now, we are going to be going a little deeper. Digging a little more greedily. So I might want to set up an old trick I usually do. And that's to mark my path with a trail of blocks that stand out. So that I can very easily backtrack my way out of a mine instead of getting lost and getting possibly murdered. Although I might forego going any deeper until I've processed all this iron, because holy crap, we have run into quite the little mother lode here, haven't we? I've also been noticing the combat system. Admittedly, this is the snapshot, so this is the patch. This would be the patch where the new combat system comes into play. I might have mentioned it in the previous episode, but it's kind of like Secret of Mana and Secret of Evermore as well, because I mean the same engine really, where you have sort of like a delay between attacks, but you can flail around if you need to anyway, just to get things to back off. But if you actually wait and get your full swing back, you do more damage. I think I've got a ravine here. Yeah, this looks like a ravine. So, you know, this is where I would kill for a nice length of rope. You know, a la Terraria. Going down in this game is very complicated. They never quite made an easier way to go down so much as they have to go up. Because going up in Minecraft is ridiculously easy. Going down safely is another matter entirely. I'm sure there's ways around it. I'm actually thinking of one right now where you have a bucket of water and you just slide down the waterfall you create by dropping a single bucket of water on the side of a cliff. Which isn't... It's one way to do it, but I don't know. I'm a stickler for having like an actual way to do it in a game. Sorry, I thought I heard something unpleasant. I am hearing lava, though, I think. I'm hearing lava or slimes. I don't think I'm hearing slimes, though. We're way too close to the surface for slimes. Because they only come out in the lower layers. Now, I might sound like I know a lot about a game whenever I play one, and I tend to, but not through raw experience. I tend to know a lot about a game because I look it up a lot. I do my homework on games. So you're going to find, unless I literally go into a game blind like I am with Undertale recently, you know, go check that video out, wink wink, nudge nudge, I usually know what's happening under the hood in a game, because that's kind of, I kind of like that meat and potatoes of a game. Or the viscera, if you will. I like knowing the little like frame data in fighting games and stuff. Although admittedly not as much with that. Like I don't need to know the specifics of the actual numbers as much, but like, oh, this move has a lot of positive frames. I should be using this to get in on people when they're using their positive frame moves to beat them. That kind of knowing it. Like intermediate knowing of underlying mechanics of something. Whereas with you know, people who are really hardcore, they know it down to like the exact number of frames in each move, which one is active for the longest, which one beats which one, so on and so forth. And I mean, and some people just learn from experience, right? Like my old roommate, who I'm probably going to mention a lot in any video I do, because he was a damn interesting individual, and I am glad I lived the 2 years I did with him. But he was really good at fighting games. And not because he looked it up or because he knew the frame data or anything like that. He simply felt it out. So he would play a game for a while and get his arse kicked a bunch of times. But then he would learn, and he'd also played his opponent actually a lot, which kind of pissed me off because he was really good at kind of getting under my skin and making me rage a little bit, making me salty. Come on, get in the freaking door. There we go. You know, but he played his opponent as much as he played the game, and he was very good at doing both. What's is it 4x? Each one does 8. So 4x8 is 4x8 is 24. So put 3 in there, and then one will be slightly overused or underused, but that's fine. Gonna put some windows in. Yeah. Put some windows in for a bit of aesthetic appeal, but also so I can see what the heck's out front in my home. Wow, that block is wigging the hell out. Get back here. What the? Get in my inventory. You silly little tan block, you. I think this axe is going to break real soon on me, but that's fine. Okay, doing good. Now, admittedly, crap. I criticized Terraria Minecraft for having, God, I'm even getting the names of the game screwed up. I criticized Minecraft for having a bit of a slow opening, but I've spent like, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes, and I actually feel like I've gotten a bit more significant progress, especially hitting that huge, that mother lode of iron I just hit, right? Because, I mean, it doesn't take as much to get going in this game. That bit of iron is going to propel me to great heights, whereas I'm going to have an iron sword, I'm going to have an iron pick, and maybe, maybe a chest piece? I don't know if it'll fit, but it might. Do I have any stone? I do. Okay. I need to make an axe. First I need sticks, though. Derp. And I go like that. And then I go like that. Now, admittedly, I do love this whole... I do love the whole, draw what you're making thing. But there's shields in this snapshot of the game, and I don't know how to make them. I'll experiment when I get the iron, because I think maybe you need it to be iron. You can't just make it out of, like, wood or whatever. Would make sense, though. I mean, the first shields were wood. And many shields were wood even after metal weapons were made, just because it was easier. Your wood was... Your wood. Freudian slip. Your shield wasn't meant to be super invulnerable. It was just meant to be something that wasn't your arm when someone was attempting to stab you. I mean, it was often wood reinforced with metal, but you didn't often get a full metal shield. Mostly because that would be ridiculously heavy on your arm. Good enough we're in here now. Okay, we got a bunch of iron. Let's experiment. Because this makes an iron door, and I don't want those because you need to power them. And I took them anyway. Oh, god damn it. Alright, that's fine. That was 6 iron down the shitter, but that's okay. You've got another 7 coming. Okay, so that's iron door. That's iron block. But we can break that back down. What would be iron shield? No. Yeah, that's just iron block. That was iron... There was like iron, is it maybe 4? No, it's a trapdoor. Iron bars. If you want to make a dungeon, I guess. I can't think of what else you could do. Put a piece of wood, surround it with iron? I don't know. I could look it up, but I'm going to give it an honest college try and see if I can make this thing by myself. No. Like, I can't think of what else other shape you'd need. Right? Because like I've seen the shields, they just look like big old tower shields. They're not like they're not round, because obviously it's Minecraft, you can't do round. You can't have round in Minecraft. What are you, nuts? Right? So it's like, what else can I do? Ugh. Iron doors, I'll use them later. Man, that was a lot of coal I found. Although, speaking of, I should use it to cook some food. Or cook some more food, anyway. Beef. Okay, well, we'll do that. Give me some armor. Bam. Although, I'll go like this first. There we go. And then I need a sword? Yes. Boom, boom. Shing! And then I need... I can't make anything armor-wise with only 3. Don't want to make an axe. Bit of a waste. Shovel? I could make a shovel. It only needs 1. Wouldn't be a bad idea. I need to power through a bunch of gravel or whatever. Bam. I'll burn out the steel one. Or I'll burn out the stone one I got first, though. Boop. Hey, looking good. I have 3 little shirts that eat hits for me instead of my hit points. So that's always good. I never... Like, that's something I didn't look up with this game, is how exactly the armor works. Is it just flat reduction of damage, and then, but like the armor takes it, and then when it, takes enough damage, it breaks? It's probably something I have looked up before, but like it's just not in my head at the moment. And I don't know. Something to consider. Alright, since I've got nothing else to do, I can just take a nap, and the day will come. think we'll start heading down that mine then. Oh, that was an Enderman. Oh, Jesus. Man. That's one thing that definitely kind of bugs me about Minecraft over Terraria too, is that you can just get kind of buggered by anything immediately. Like the little zombie I ran into in the last one. I was like, what the hell, man? Is the Enderman still here? I'll admit, it does add a bit of genuine threat to the game. In a game that feels very non-threatening. But, you know, it's one of those things gamers complain about, even though it is good design. For some... Well, no, I wouldn't say good design, but, like... I mean, it's good design for what this game wanted to do with its survival mode. I'll put it that way. Does every game need to be like that, or it just kind of can immediately slap you in the dick with, like, the most powerful enemies in the game? No, of course not. That's terrible. That would be horrible. Like, if Mario immediately threw, like, Bowser at you, like, what the hell? No sense of scale. Yeah. Aha! Give me your meat. Even though it has no use. Although it might. Could you make, like, poison potions out of the rotten flesh or something? Maybe. I do like how you get the little, like, black hearts to show you how much damage you've done to them. Hey. Gunpowder. Kind of useful, kind of useless. It's a bit of a mixed bag. Okay. Well, I know this pit is here, so I don't need to go putting blocks everywhere. But what I'll start doing is I will start... Oh, there's the lava. And there's more iron. Neat. Now, admittedly, I do love the fact that the physics of this works. If I can get close enough without torching myself accidentally. Haha! It should not work, but it does, and I love it. Oops. It all went dark in here. There we go. Let's stop a flow of lava with a brick of wood. Genius! Oh, fuck me! Anyone else down there? Oh, yes there is. See, this is where I wish I had a shield, because I can't... You can't do the little sword block anymore. Which is dumb, because that was handy. Oh, God, he's still doing a ton of damage to me. Ugh. Oh, I did suppose he did headshot me. Jeez. Oh, bugger. Okay. First of all, ow. Second of all, we have to be careful. So you get a full iron suit, you tend to be a lot more durable. Which makes sense. Anyway, I was talking about Minecraft in the previous episode about how it's kind of the survival game. Like, it's the one that... I mean, there were probably survival games before Minecraft, but this is the one, like, that exploded on the market, and thus a lot of people emulated it. I mean, Terraria was emulating it, because obviously it came later, although it went with a very different direction, you know, the one I kind of prefer. But, you know, like, there's a lot of kind of, like, almost shameless, shameless imitations of it, versus, you know, genuinely good stuff, like, again, like Terraria, where, you know, it took the Minecraft starting formula and took it in a different direction that, you know, appeals to different people. You know, people with, I want to say, like, more goal-oriented people, because Minecraft is a bit more of a dick around and, like I say, artsy-fartsy kind of thing, where you can just kind of, like, I made a solid gold dingus. Or a gold-plated dingus. You know? And, you know, it's kind of funny. Just a complete topic shift. But, you know, people often say that it's like... That, you know, doing the whole making a dick when given a blank canvas is an immature thing. And while it kind of is, it's also a very human thing to do. Because it's something that has been done throughout the ages. Like, you know those ancient clay pots the Greeks used to do with, like, the black, like, ink figures on them? A lot of those are dick jokes and fart jokes. They found it just as funny then as we find it funny now. We just have a lot more sophisticated ways of showing off our dick jokes. Anyone up here? No? Like I said, going up in Minecraft isn't hard. It's going down is the problem. Or at least safely. You know, it's not the fall that kills you, it's the sudden stop at the end. Man, this is a profitable little, shallow cave we've got here. Now, this is actually... Unfortunately, this is also one of the flaws of this game, is that... Like, I'm barely under the surface, and I'm already finding, like, almost everything I need to be super successful in this. Now, admittedly, materials or weapons break in this, so that's a bit of a... It's a bit of a design choice, I guess, to make it more accessible, because you're going to run out and you're going to need to find more. But there's this huge gap between finding iron and finding diamond. And to me, it feels like there's just a whole lot of empty space along the way that isn't really worth your time. Because, like, if I really wanted to right now, I could find diamond. All I'd have to do is dig to 64 blocks above the very bottom of the world. You know, like digging straight down. Or, well, like a staircase, because that's safer. And, yeah. And then I could start finding diamond. And all that space in between means nothing. Whereas with Terraria, all that space in between is most of the adventure, actually. You know, there's different biomes to find underground as well as on the surface. There's, there's tons of loot to find. First and foremost, you know, you finding gems, finding gems, there's finding, like, just raw-ass items, because, like, you can't make everything in Terraria. You have to just find stuff. Now, admittedly, you can often, like, combine stuff you found, but that's more a case of, like, slot convenience than anything else. It's not like, you know, it's not like in Minecraft where everything you find is just raw material and you gotta put it together to actually make it relevant. Which, you know, admittedly, it's a different kind of game, but they're similar enough that you can compare the two. Is this gravel or is this that diorite stuff? This is gravel. Anything down here? Might be. Boop. Any exploding dick monsters? No? Okay. Now... Not to say that, like, every game needs to follow every really good game's example. That's actually a classic flaw of just, like, anybody's thinking. But, you know, I am giving an honest comparison of the two, and I do have my bias towards Terraria, so you're going to get like, it sounds like I'm thinking that, or I'm saying that when I'm playing the Minecraft half of this series. But I'm, you know, I'm not saying it in the sense of... You know, oh, Minecraft should be more like Terraria. No, no, no. Minecraft is its own thing, but this is why I prefer Terraria to Minecraft. Although I have to say, I'm actually playing this again, like genuinely picking this up and playing it again. I actually am enjoying myself. It's slower and more methodical in terms of, you know, being spiraling out of control and whatnot. But, ooh, iron under the coal, nice. But it's, I guess it's kind of relaxing, but with bursts of sudden, like, panic. Because, you know, random exploding dick monsters. You know, or you could stay on the surface and stay indoors at night and do things like farm and raise animals and raise horses and stuff. Which, I mean, is cool, but it's not quite what I'm looking for in a game. Because, like, to give it a comparison, in Final Fantasy VII, you can raise Chocobo, right? It's a neat little side quest, but it has a purpose. Like, an endgame purpose that applies to the main game, and that purpose is to get the Golden Chocobo so that you can get the Knights of the Round materia, the most powerful and probably lengthy summon spell in the entire game. Allowing it, because it attacks 13 times and can do maximum damage on each hit, meaning it can do literally the most damage in the game, because this was before they were able to break the damage limit of 9,999 on a single attack. So, you know, to make an attack more powerful, they made it hit more times. And I am really far down now. Not, like, super deep down, but I am in a very thick cave. Maybe I should have put more path in. Ooh, I am in a... Yeah, that's a ravine. So is this the same one I found earlier? I think it is, because that light is, I think, my torches. So I'm going to make a bridge and go to the other side. Nope. 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 Make it a little wider. There we go. There we go. Okay. Oh, hello. Oh, no! Again, those calm, punctuated by moments of panic. I gotta remember, I gotta let the thing rewind, not just run in and slap him in the face. Ugh. Alright, I'm gonna border this off. Getting close-ish to the end of the episode here. I think I might actually bail out of this adventure. We're getting a lot of stuff in this one episode. Now, this is actually something you're probably going to notice between the difference between Terraria and Minecraft, is that, you know, I'm going to be hitting this point in Minecraft now where I have really good equipment very quickly, but in Terraria I'm not. Terraria's equipment scale is a lot larger and wider. So, you know, even when I start getting the good metals, that's only the tip of the iceberg. Which is something I like because I'm a bit of a sucker for a good long game. Like, theoretically, if you really wanted to with a Minecraft game, you could probably do most of its content. You know, I use the term in, like, the traditional, like, adventure and stuff to defeat sense of content. You can do most of that in a day. I'll admit this. You can do most of that in a day. Barring the RNG, because there is a good bit of RNG to it, and it's kind of annoying, and that's probably going to be a bit that takes up a couple episodes. I'll be perfectly blunt. That probably will take up a couple of episodes because, well, I might get really unlucky. Or I might get really lucky and it might take jig time, might not take jig time at all. Who knows? Now, if I'm correct, that is where I put those torches earlier in the episode when I found the ravine further along. So I can make a bridge over there and simply bridge my way over, or dig my way through. That also works. Even if it's not my torches, it'll be light, so it'll be the surface, and we can jimmy our way back home from there. Wait a minute. You're gravel. Why aren't you falling? Oh no, you're that diorite stuff. Good. Kind of don't want you to be gravel right now. Might do something with this stuff if there's anything to do with it. Where's my... Okay. Claustrophobia. I gotta get more room. I gotta get more room. Open up. Okay, we're near the surface. Yep. Only now it's nighttime. That's unfortunate. Oh god! Don't want to get smushed. Or suffocated. Can I make like a quickie slapdash shovel? Or not shovel. Well, crafting bench first. Bam. And then a healthy supply of sticks. Bam. One more. Bam. And then some ladders. Now I do kind of like this on-the-fly thing I got going here. Hopefully that'll be enough. Might as well pick you up. You'll be the one I take with me on adventures. Oh yeah, that'll be enough. Oh yes, eh? Look at that. So yeah, that is a ravine. And we are relatively close to it. I guess we went down here, we went around in a loop a bit and kind of circled back on ourselves, ended up back where we started, only slightly off-center. You're going to give me some string, so I can have a bow for the next episode. Hey, thank you. I need more than one, though, I think. I'm actually bold enough to go out fighting monsters, because I has armor made of tin. Hey, zombie. Go fuck yourself. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Bam! Right in the back of the head. Yeah? Oh, you want to give me a hug? Well, too bad. I'm not a touchy-feely person. I actually am, but not for zombies. There we go. Okay. We are home. Get in the friggin' door. Okay. So, thank you all for watching. Twitter is in the description as usual. You can click on the nice little subscribe sign over my bed to subscribe. And, admittedly, I have recorded this one before I put up the first one, so I don't really have any feedback yet, but I would like feedback on this particular series, particularly if you find the Terraria content more interesting, or if you find the Minecraft content more interesting. You know, which game do you prefer and why? You know, just spark a conversation, but keep it civil, you know. And, you know, if there's also anything wrong with the video that you'd like to discuss, keep it civil and tell me why. The constructive criticism, I am completely open to. Trolling and flaming, I am not. So with that in mind, ciao.